Welcome to That's No Sports. I am Brandon. Yes, I'm still pretending like everything is normal in the world and caring way too much about football perna. But Tom Brady officially left the Patriots today, despite the fact that the Patriots fans guaranteed he would be back.
Oh, 100% re-signing with the Patriots. Guaranteed. He's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. He's not leaving.
Tom Brady's not going anywhere, man. He's been with us from start to finish here. He's not going to go anywhere.
The only thing I don't like about that video is those Pats fans actually seem pretty nice and normal. I wanted like 10 back-to-back Dave Portnoys to poo on. It feels inappropriate to celebrate at times like this, so please excuse me for a second. Yes! Yes! Oh, he's gone. He left. Tom Brady left the Patriots. Poetry, poetry, poetry. I feel better. His last pass as a Patriot was a pick six in the playoffs. But to celebrate would be inappropriate. NFL free agency, day 2. The Panthers gave Cam Newton permission to seek a trade, and Cam's response on Instagram made less sense than his wardrobes. He said he never asked for a trade in that dumbass font he always uses. Stefon Diggs was traded last night. Amari Cooper signed with the Cowboys. Teddy Bridgewater took Cam Newton's spot in Carolina, and a whole bunch more free agency shit happened. Today, we'll cover it. That's good sports. Welcome to the War Room, the That's Good Sports breaking news war room for QB breaking news. Drew Brees looks like he's going to sign a 2-year, $50 million deal with the New Orleans Saints. Then we've got Bolt to Colt breaking news. Rivers to the Colts, Bolt to Colt. Just wait till I drop the rhymiest bad poetry by Phillip Rivers you've ever seen. Look, Phillip Rivers got a 1-year, $25 million deal to go to the Colts. It's going to be really strange seeing Rivers in a Colts uni. We don't have that lightning bolt on his helmet anymore to symbolize his mood on the field and the speed at which his semen travels off the field. Phillip Rivers doesn't really get a weapons upgrade going to Indianapolis. He's got T.Y. Hilton on the outside, Marlon Mack to help him in the backfield, and a great offensive line in front of him, but I would expect that the Colts try to add some firepower now, either through draft or through free agency with wide receivers. And honestly, it's kind of bittersweet seeing Phillip Rivers leave the AFC West, especially if Tom Brady actually comes to the AFC West and signs with the Chargers, who signed tackle Brian Bulaga, Iowa, which would indicate maybe they're adding some real protection for their quarterback. Pretty shitty they wouldn't do that for Phillip Rivers, but as soon as they think they might get Tom Brady, yeah, let's upgrade the offensive line, because don't forget, they also added the guy from Carolina. The guy whose name is this. This. Yeah, he's pretty good too. And those offensive linemen signings for the Chargers might not even matter because Tom Brady is now expected to sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That shit is really going to most likely probably happen. I can't even keep up with how fast this shit is going. But Tom Brady to the Buccaneers for $30 million per year. I'll have more about Brady signing there tomorrow. I just wanted to rejoice about him leaving the Patriots today, but him, Rivers, shit's moving. Shit is moving. Let me magically put my shirt back on. But Phillip Rivers went from being public enemy number 1 in the AFC West of me and the Broncos when he was throwing touchdown passes to Antonio Gates and talking shit to Jay Cutler, to over the course of time earning my respect, mainly when the Broncos got Peyton Manning and started never losing to the Chargers again. Phillip Rivers was always good for a late comeback. That was always just too little, too late. A lot like his pull-out birth control methods. But I like this move for the Colts, and yeah, on with the episode. Back where I sit in front of a desk and pretend like it's different than sitting here. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel You're gonna need stuff to watch, and I will do my best to give stuff to watch. Today, I have Big Dick Patreon shoutouts for Mason, Sager, Rob, happy anniversary, more, David, Taco Bell dong sauce upping to $11. Dov plays upping to $25. Dov also has a YouTube channel where he streams Total Warhammer. It's called Dov Plays, so please check out his channel and give it a sub. Thank you, Dov. Chris Watson, 40 Hands upping to $10. Greg Little, Chihuahua Puppy Dog Hands Jobson. Ronnie James, DIO Brando. Nick Phelps upping to $10. Dick Izinya. Dick Izinya. And then Sean Hurst, who donated $500. What are you doing, Sean? What are you doing? I sent Sean a message to make sure he didn't accidentally do that he was trying to donate $5. That makes sense. $500 doesn't make sense, but right now, honestly, I am more grateful than I have ever been for your Patreon support. It is the thing that is keeping me level while everything we know outside of us changes right now. God damn it, I appreciate your support here. Okay, a few weeks or like a month ago, the Carolina Panthers claimed that Cam Newton was their starting quarterback moving forward. But just like when the doctors told my mom I would probably grow up to be 5'10 or 5'11, that was a bold-faced lie. The Panthers went on to sign Teddy Bridgewater to a 3-year, $60 million deal today. And as annoying as Cam Newton is, he got done dirty. And I'm actually rooting for Cam to succeed somewhere else. That said, I also love Teddy Bridgewater in Carolina. Not only does he reunite with Joe Brady, who is not Tom Brady's unknown brother, but the Panthers offensive coordinator who was in NOLA with Teddy. But he gets to dump passes off to the only running back you'd say is an upgrade over dumping passes off to Alvin Kamara and Christian McCaffrey. Okay, maybe throw Austin Eckler into that combo as well, especially if Brady goes to LA. But Bridgewater and McCaffrey, Christian Teddy. What does a Christian Teddy look like? No, give me the sinful Christian Teddy. Yes, there it is, a Christian Teddy. The only negative here is Teddy Bridgewater didn't sign with the Bears. Teddy Bears. The only better fit for a quarterback's name with the team is if the Browns eventually draft a guy named Richard Shitstank. Tom Brady has announced on Instagram, or as I like to call it, the Walter Cronkite of social media apps, that he would be continuing his journey elsewhere. What does that mean? Is he going to another team, another country, or is he finally leaving the planet and returning to the demon hellscape from whence he was birthed like the heretic he is? One tiny white guy isolated at home suffering quite a bit right now is Julian Edelman. Speaking of, Justin Watson may be the key to getting Tom Brady to signing in Tampa Bay.
He wouldn't turn his back on the organization like that after everything they've been through together, the championships, the rings, everything. Like, there's no way he'd rather be anywhere else.
But he did. He turned his back right on the team. Robert Kraft stated that if Brady wanted to come back, they would have made it work for Tom, but Tom got bored or something. Remember, Peyton Manning left Indianapolis because he had 4 neck surgeries and the team tanked without him. And Tom Brady left the Patriots for no fucking reason. Manning was injured. Nobody knew if he would even be able to throw, walk, see, or speak loudly enough to call audibles ever again. All Tom does is brag about how healthy he is and lie. Just remember when Tom Brady says, "Forever a Patriot," he's lying right to your faces, Pats fans. He loves to lie, which is why Eminem and Rihanna are now his only fans left. Plus, if he goes to Tampa Bay to play with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, God does not win. The devil wins again. The other question is, what will Bill Belichick do without Brady?
To beat it and get it off.
Everyone keeps saying he loves Jared Stidham at QB. First of all, Bill Belichick is incapable of love.
To beat it and get it off.
Second, Stidham 4 sounds like a worse version of COVID-19. Vikings receiver Stefon Diggs was traded to the Buffalo Bills, and guess what? Josh Allen digs it, Stefon Diggs digs it, and Jim Kelly digs it, which is crazy because none of them even own a fucking shovel. I can dig it, he can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it, they can dig it, you can dig it. This move gives Josh Allen, John Brown, Cole Beasley, Dawson Knox, Tyler Kroft, Womb Raider, and Stefon Diggs. And I know what you want me to say. You want me to say it won't matter when Josh Allen is firing balls 8 yards above Stefon Diggs' head. But I'm not going to do that to the Bills, who may be experiencing the best 24 hours of their life since the last AFC Championship game they won. Stefon Diggs is in, Tom Brady is out of the AFC East. Soak it up, Bills Mafia. Soak it up. We don't know what Josh Allen's ceiling is yet. He did improve last year. He's still not as good as the internet is at making memes about him, but he played better. Now, the Bills gave up a first, fifth, sixth, and 2021 fourth rounder, leaving them just 7 picks this year for Diggs, which is a lot to give up. But it is what we also call value, a concept more foreign to Bill O'Brien than social distancing is for Americans. But Bill was never able to learn about value because his chin dimple is actually a real black hole that sucks up all knowledge before it can reach Bill's brain. Thanks to Warren Sharp, if you look back to the last 6 big wide receiver trades with Brandon Cooks, Amari Cooper, Cooks again, Odell Beckham, and Stefon Diggs, Bill O'Brien is the only guy who didn't net a first-round pick in the deal. Yes, you got David Johnson, who, if healthy, could be a great piece for Deshaun Watson to work with. But holy hell, Bill, you literally do not know what you are doing as an NFL GM/head coach. However, the buffoonery of paying Randall Cobb $27 million to try and replace DeAndre Hopkins' production is impossible to digest, just like eating actual corn on the cob. I'm sorry I'm still talking about this trade. I know it happened yesterday and I covered it, but Bill O'Brien's and DeAndre Hopkins didn't get along, and the Texans didn't want to pay him a new contract in like 3 years or restructure his deal now, even though all teams are going to get more money from the new CBA. $12 million in 2020 for Hopkins is too much, but let's pay David Johnson $11 million? $1 million less, $1 million difference. It's mind-numbing. And O'Brien really shat on an amazing QB in Deshaun Watson. Did you see anything the Chiefs have done to help Patrick Mahomes? Primarily keep good receivers, Bill? No? Oh, sorry. You are very busy, since you have 2 jobs. I could see how you could be terrible at least one of them. Moving on, Amari Cooper signed a $100 million deal with the Dallas Cowboys, $60 million guaranteed. Basically, he's going to get $20 million every year. Apparently, the Washington Redskin Potatoes offered him a lot more Skrilla, I say, than the Dallas Cowboys, but Cooper remembered Washington was Bill O'Brien before Bill O'Brien was even born. Dallas may lose all of their defensive players to free agency, but the trio of Dak, Zeke, and Amari stays together. Tight end Blake Jarwin also signed a 3-year, $24 million deal to stay with Dallas, which will help them keep pace with opposing offenses relentlessly scoring on their defense. First, it was corner Byron Jones, and then Robert Quinn, who signed a 5-year, $70 million deal with the Bears. Replacing your best corner in Jones and the 12 sacks Quinn brought to the defense last year will not be easy. Quinn was the team's sack leader, followed by Michael Bennett, who is also likely gone. Although I think Cowboys fans will miss Michael Bennett's liberal agenda less than they miss Jason Garrett's liberal clapping. The Miami Dolphins used their ample cap space and went on a massive spending spree, heavily investing in defensive players. Don't forget the Dolphins have 5 draft picks in the first 2 rounds, and without Tom Brady in the AFC East, they actually have a chance to get Ryan Fitzmagic into the postseason, while the QB they draft works on growing a beard big enough to become an NFL starter. They also weakened the Patriots by signing linebacker Kyle Van Noy to a 4-year, $51 million deal. The Dolphins then signed cornerback Byron Jones, weakening the Cowboys and the Patriots in 24 hours. True football heroes. Byron Jones was the #1 available corner heading into free agency, and now he will play next to Xavier Howard, who had a solid 2018 before a knee injury hindered his 2019 performance and landed him on IR. The Las Vegas Raiders nabbed the most sought-after linebacker in free agency, former Rams coverage specialist Corey Littleton. And the Raiders, in a desperate attempt to become the oldest team in the league again, signed Jason Witten. Mike Mayock, Jason Witten, and John Gruden all in one place. No way in hell I would have said that place was Las Vegas, as members of the Raiders organization 2 to 3 years ago. Maybe the Monday Night Football broadcast booth or the 4 p.m. senior citizen discount table at Denny's. But this is a weird move. $4.75 million 1-year deal for Jason Witten. As if there's any other option than 1 year for a 100-year-old tight end. Now the Lions signed another Patriots linebacker, Jamie Collins. Mike Vrabel has had success with former Patriots players outside Dion Lewis. And the Dolphins' Brian Flores might. But we know for sure, if we know anything about Matt Patricia, Jamie Collins will be back in New England midway through 2020 after Patricia cuts him for poor posture. Then, the Lions will realize Matt Patricia was just a patsy Bill Belichick used to continue screwing over the rest of the league in the offseason. Why, Bill? Why did you fear the Lions? That's my question. Where do you think Bill O'Brien is going to wind up after he's done selling off the Texans for scrap metal? Back in New England. Deshaun Watson to the Patriots. Heard it here first. So many moves happen. It's time for rapid fire. Defensive lineman Javon Hargraves leaves the Steelers for the Eagles. Hell of a get for the Philly D. Corner James Bradbury leaves Carolina to join the Giants for $45 million. The Ravens bolstered their defensive line with the excellent run-stopping Michael Brockers. Then Jimmy Graham continues to make money off the coattails of Drew Brees, signing a 2-year, $16 million deal with the Chicago Bears. Is Jimmy Graham the most underperforming tight end in NFL history? He had 3 amazing seasons in New Orleans and then underperformed with Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, let's watch him have a revival at age 33 with Mitch Trubisky or other pending QB. Jimmy Graham has now been added to the most prolific group of tight ends in the league. And you're about to learn that you have no idea what the word prolific means. The Bears now have 9 tight ends: Jimmy Graham, Trey Burton, Adam Shaheen, Demetrius Harris, Ben Bronnecker, Jesper Horsted, JP Holtz, Eric Saubert, and Dax Raymond, to name all of them. 9 tight ends. Matt Nagy finally has enough tight ends to make the world's best gay football porn to stream free on OnlyFans while we're all in quarantine. So it's nice to see coaches giving back to the community. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports Free Agency Fuck Fest 2020 Part 2.